What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Zach and Matt Show. Today, we're going to be phone banking for Jonathan Herzog. He's running for Congress in New York 10. You know all about him. You watched the debate last week. You were totally on board. And today is voting day. And what he is asking for right now is for all of us, all of the Yang Gang, to go and jump on the phone banking dialer right now and phone bank to New York voters. Even though voting day is today, they are still getting out the vote. We are trying to make sure as many voters as possible come out and vote for Jonathan Herzog. So today, we're going to be phone banking for a little bit to hopefully inspire some of you who maybe have been hesitant before to phone bank, but are feeling inspired and would like to get some confidence to move forward. And if you need to learn how to phone bank, there's going to be a link in the description. It's going to give you just a quick questionnaire, like name, email, a few questions, and you'll click submit, and their team's going to quickly get back to you and send you the document, which is going to give you the script for phone banking, as well as the link to actually phone bank. It's really easy. I got started here in like a minute. I already have talked to my first caller. We're going to get going here and see how long we go. So I'm talking to the correct person. But he hung up. So talk to correct person. Next call. I haven't done this in a while. All right. Waiting for our caller. That's right, guys. Listen to Mark. He has the right idea. Yeah, if you live in New York 9, vote for Lucci Guyot. And if you live in New York 14, vote for... Hi, am I speaking with Robert? Hi, Robert. My name is Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign for Congress in New York 10. Have you heard of him before? All right. You as well. Thank you. I messed up. He didn't like me. Good morning, everybody who's just tuning in. If you aren't sure what we're doing, we're currently phone banking for Jonathan Herzog 5. Oh, wait, that's his Twitter. At Jonathan Herzog 5 on Twitter in New York 10. His election is today. And we've so far spoken to 2 voters. One said not interested. The other said they've already voted. But from what I was seeing on Twitter yesterday from people who were phone banking, they said that it seems like a lot of people they've been talking to have heard of Herzog and have voted for him. So that's a good sign. Phone banking is really easy. It's just kind of slow. But if you get together a group of your friends and create a phone banking party, it'll actually move faster. So how are you guys all today? Everybody here in the chat watching. We got to build a conversation with each other. That way I have something to talk about in between calls. Hi, is this Sandra? Hi, Sandra. My name is Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign for Congress in New York 10. Have you heard of him before? Oh, from the Herzog campaign? Okay. What do you think of him? Okay. Yeah. So if you have a second, I can give you a little bit of information. He's a 25-year-old Democrat. And He's running on a platform of universal health care, universal basic income, democracy reform, criminal justice reform. It's all on his website at herzog2020.com if you wanted to learn more. There was also a debate last week between all of the candidates. There's Jerry Nadler and Lindsey Boylan running as well in the Democratic primary. And if you search like New York 10 debate, it'll pop up first thing on Google and gives like a good snippet of all the candidates and compares them. And really, voting days today. We're just trying to get out the vote as much as we can for Jonathan. I'm a big believer in his campaign. I've met him personally. So. Yeah, there's two others. There's Jerry Nadler and Lindsey Boylan. So there was between I'll go first with Nadler. He's the incumbent. He's been in Congress now there for 28 years, and he doesn't actually have the worst record for someone who's been in there for so long. But I think the idea behind putting in Jonathan is that because he's so young and new, it's time to just put in a fresh face with fresh ideas. The biggest differentiation between the two of them is that Jonathan is a big believer in, I don't know if you've ever heard of Andrew Yang, but he ran on this idea of giving every American $1,000 a month, no questions asked, paid for by the big tech companies that are making billions of dollars and paying little to nothing in taxes. And so he's a big proponent of that policy. He also is very into, I know in New York 10, is Wall Street and everything. He's very into financial technology and Bitcoin and making sure like our economic sector is up to date financially. It's something that I think he specifically specializes in. He also he makes sure. Another thing about New York 10, as I'm sure you know, it's one of I think it might have the highest level of economic inequality of any congressional district in the country. Like how you just have like luxury skyscrapers right next to, Section 8 housing. And it's just insane, like the disparities. And that's something that he's very passionate about solving and trying to do everything that we can to fight for working class people and elevate people out of poverty. And but for Boylan, I would say if you know Bernie Sanders, which I'm sure you do, she was kind of more of a little further to the left than Jonathan, if that makes sense, in terms of being maybe more closely aligned with Bernie. But I also what I liked about Jonathan is I felt like he had the right combination of progressive policies while also still being pragmatic, because we have such big goals, I think, as Democrats, but we have to also be cognizant of the fact that there's so much power in Washington and they're going to do everything that they can to try to stop us, which is also why he's for things like democracy dollars, ranked choice voting, automatic voter registration, getting money out of politics so that we are able to make the big changes that we need. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, he's a really great guy. His website's very thorough. And then of course there was the debate last week, and we just think that if we can bring in a new fresh face into Congress, it would be a big deal for the constituents of New York 10 and hopefully the country. So, were you planning on voting today? Hello? Hi. No problem. No problem. Okay. Yeah. So if you do want to learn more, again, the website is Herzog, Herzog 2020.com. And then the debate, it'll be just New York 10 congressional debate. Be top of Google. Awesome. Thank you. You have a great rest of your day. Bye. So she seemed very interested. She said she's going to vote, but she wanted to learn more. And she was like, that's a good intro. What's up, Inferno? How are you, bro? Good morning, Patrick. Good morning, Miles. How are you guys? Well, thanks, Michi. Hey, Nell, we're currently phone banking in New York 10 for Jonathan Herzog. Let's go. And then what we need after this live stream's finished, and actually, while the live stream's going, screw watching me. Everybody, click the phone banking link in the description. How many callers could we all reach if we all banked the rest of the day? There's 44 of us in the chat, right? So 44. Say you make 40 calls an hour. Because this dialer is kind of slow. Let's just say 30 calls an hour. And then there's 7 hours left because the dialer is open until 6 p.m. Eastern time. So 7 times 30, 210 calls times all 42 of us. I'm really bad at math. Hi, is this Sarah? Hi, Sarah. My name is Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign for Congress in New York 10. Have you heard of him before? Hello? They hung up on me if you weren't sure. No. Anyways, that's like what, 8,000 calls? And Jonathan Herzog says that all you need is 15,000 votes to win this race. I mean, it's insane. Funny, you're bad at math while wearing a math hat. If Yang keeps going with the same, everybody's going to see him if he's part of the establishment. Yeah, well, I feel there's kind of like two ways to look at it. Yang's ultimate end goal is to pass his policies, right? Is it more likely for him to pass his policies if he plays the game and tries to be an insider of sorts, or if he kind of ostracizes himself from the party by being rebellious and then being considered like an outcast and no one taking him seriously? I mean, it's a balance for sure, but I don't know. Inferno, I have no clue. I am just gonna hope that all of them do well and be confident in the fact that I know that the Yang Gang is gonna. Hi, am I speaking with Paul? Hey, Paul. My name is Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign for Congress in New York 10. Have you heard of him before? Yeah, he's a Democrat, and he's running on a platform of universal basic income, universal health care, criminal justice reform, democracy reform, or among other many things. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's Definitely, I understand. Let me I have a doc here that has info on voting information. Let me see if I can find something real quick for you. It's yeah, it's Jerry Nadler. He's been there for about 28 years. He doesn't even for someone who's been there 28 years, he actually doesn't have the worst record. It's more just about putting in someone who's a new fresh face who has a lot of new intriguing ideas, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Let me see if I can find something here. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's crazy, like millions of dollars. Nice. Yeah, people say that if Herzog is able to win today, it'd be like an upset on the level of AOC, so it'd be crazy. Yeah, yeah. I'm messaging this guy who's on the he works for the campaign right now, seeing if he has any info on this in terms of getting a ballot. Hopefully he responds relatively quickly. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's actually today, so this is like our final get out the vote effort. Yeah, yeah, it's unfortunate, but we're happy to just see that there's a support there in the district. So, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, absolutely. So, you did you request an absentee ballot or haven't requested it yet? Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, unfortunately, I don't know if there's a way to get an absentee ballot, which is exactly why we gotta get people like Jonathan in Congress so they can make voting easier. But one way, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. One thing that if you are able to help, if you know anybody who lives in the district and is excited about young progressive candidates, uh, feel free to like shoot them a text or a call today and just remind them that there's this guy Herzog running with all these forward thinking policies. Yeah. Yeah. It's confusing the way they cut up the districts these days, but either way, appreciate your support, Paul, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks, man. Take care. So that guy, he actually supports Herzog, but he can't get a ballot because he's currently in Chicago. Um and he didn't request a ballot. So that's kind of unfortunate because he was a Herzog voter. But I told him like if he knew any friends in the district, like hit him up. Hi, am I speaking with Leia? Hi, Leia. My name is Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign for Congress there in New York 10. Have you heard of him before? Yeah, I can do that. No problem. You have a great rest of your day. She asked me to remove her number, that lady. Yo, what up, Yang Vets? Oh, hey, Mom. All right. I think we're going to phone bank here for like 7 more minutes live and then call it a stream because the idea of this truly is to hopefully inspire all of you to get out there and phone bank for Jonathan Herzog. It's so easy. And if you're watching me do it, that means you're not doing it. So, hi, am I speaking with Daniela? Okay. My name is Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign. We were just reminding everyone to get out and vote today for a new way forward. Jonathan. All right. Jonathan Herzog. He's running for Congress. Have you heard of him before? Okay, well, we were just calling voters to remind them that the primary is today, and Jonathan, he's running on a platform of universal basic income. He wants to give every American $1,000 a month, no questions asked. Universal health care, criminal justice reform, and democracy reform, among many other policies. And if that's something that you agree with, we'd love to have your vote. Oh, okay. Well, do you live in the district? Or no, Daniela? Okay, no problem. You have a great rest of your day. She was kind of confused. And I was kind of getting confused. Let's go. Kinsanity. Oh, thanks, Heidi. Dr. McGoodboy's like, now I'm confused too. Hi, am I speaking with Matthew? Well, hi, Matthew. My name is actually also Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign for Congress in New York 10. We were just calling voters to remind them to get out the vote today and vote for Jonathan. Have you heard of him before? Okay, no problem. Have a great day, sir. I think I've done like almost 10, Patrick. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it, bro. You would do great too, which is why I'm personally asking you right now to pick up the phone and phone bank for Jonathan Herzog. Yang? Gang. It was like a good way to wake up your brain in the morning. Just call people. It's pretty cool. Like if you're ever bored or lonely, there's so many candidates running, you could just phone bank. Oh, thank you for the super sticker, Patrick. I appreciate it. All right. I think this might be our last call here before we call it. Hi, am I speaking with Eunice? Hi, Eunice. My name is Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign for Congress in New York 10. Have you heard of him before? Okay, no problem. Do you want me to remove you from the list? Okay, have a great day. They said a wrong number, even though they said their name was Eunice. I was kind of confused again. Nell says he's working, but he's going phone banking later. Leonidas. Yo, thanks, Nell, for... Hi, is this Abel? Or Abel? I'm sorry. Hi, Abel. My name is Matthew. I'm a volunteer with Jonathan Herzog's campaign for Congress there in New York 10. Have you heard of him before? Okay. He's a candidate there running today. The voting day is today. He's running on universal basic income, which is a policy that would give every American $1,000 a month, no questions asked. Universal health care, as well as criminal justice reform and democracy reform, among many other policies. Is that something that you empathize with? Okay. Okay. Well, if you did want to learn more about him or the other candidates, if you Google New York 10 congressional debate, there's a debate last week. It was like an hour long. If you want to watch just a little bit of it and learn about the candidates, we'd love to have your vote today. Awesome. Have a great day. Bye. Hello, Leonidas. Happy Hello, Leonidas. Happy 8th birthday from the Zach and Matt Show. June 23rd, best day of the year. Unbelievable. 8 years old. Can you believe it? Just 2 years ago, you were 6. And you thought, dang, first grade's hard. Or maybe you thought first grade was easy, but now you're in 3rd grade and you're like, wow, first grade was easy. Anyways, happy birthday, bro. All right, last call. This is our last one. UBI. Of course, Vale. You must be a proud dad, dada, proud dada today. Do we do shout outs for anything? Just gotta ask. No, thanks for all your hard work pushing all these candidates in New York. Because that's like ultimately at the end of the day, like, you know, it's the people I think that are in. Hi, am I speaking with Sari? Okay. Okay. Thank you. You have a good rest of your day. All right. That's our last phone call on this stream because I want you guys to go out there and phone bank and not watch me. But what I was gonna say is Nell, I think like people like me, we could phone bank all day and it's very helpful. Definitely it is. But what really moves the needle in these races is people in the district, in the area, getting involved and volunteering and phone banking and meeting voters and working with the candidate. That's unreplaceable. So I appreciate all your work. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday. There's besides Herzog, there's I think like 8 other candidates that are like Yang or Yang related or Humanity Forward endorsed running today. That have elections today, and we'll be covering all of their races on Twitter if you would want to catch the results. Darla says, "Can you show us how to do it?" Yeah, that's a good idea. Real quick, let me screen share. Or let me pull up my email first. Okay, so here's this is what you all have to do, and it's I'm not asking, I'm demanding. Just kidding, but really we would appreciate it. If you go and click the link in the description, it's going to pull up this doc saying thank you for phone banking for Jonathan. We're getting out the vote. The election is this Tuesday. That is today. And it's going to ask for your name, your email, your phone number. The phone number that you give them won't show up on the dialer. The number that you use to phone bank, nobody on the receiving end of your calls will see your number. It's just there actually in case the campaign needs to contact you for whatever reason. And then just say when you're available for phone banking. They're doing all the way up through today through 6 p.m. And if you can just give even 15 minutes, it's incredible because 100 people doing 15 minutes is I mean, do the math, right? And then just a few questions. You'll hit submit. And then what's going to happen is, oh no. Oh no. All right. I think I showed stuff I wasn't supposed to. Oops. Anyways, and then after you do that, the campaign is going to quickly send you an email with more information, and they're going to actually send you a link to log with the script. But the script, screw the script as always. Just speak from the heart, and just try to be personable and human. Try not to sound like a robot too much, and I think that's a good strategy. I think Paget, if you've ever watched her phone banking videos, she's really good at it. So, and she also phone banked for Herzog. So if you want to watch a little bit more and get the ropes before you get started, check out her video. And you'll just click the link. You'll log in. It gives you a login. And right when you sign in, it automatically starts placing the calls. And then once the call is done with, in the bottom left corner of the screen, there'll be a little thing. There'll be like next caller or something like that. And that's how you'll do it. Okay. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching the Zach and Matt Show. Make sure you like the video. And we'll be back tomorrow with Heidi Vets at Yang Vets, who, of course, worked on the campaign for Andrew Yang in Iowa. This should be a fun conversation. And until then, take care, everybody.